This is Carlos. He's a 17-year-old boy who just moved into this new town in a new high school and wanted to make as many friends as possible. As he walks to the door of the party, Carlos wasn't sure if he was going to drink or not, but he didn't want to leave this party without becoming friends with new people and fit into his new high school. Carlos will soon realize that this day will change his life forever. This is Felipe. Felipe, also known as the good influence, doesn't pressure anyone to do anything they aren't comfortable with doing. He isn't a big advocate of drinking, but loves to go to parties to hang out with his friends. He has a lot of things going for him as he is a straight-A student. This is Callista. Callista almost immediately notices that Carlos doesn't feel that he belongs at the party and takes this chance to offer him a drink with peer pressure. Although Felipe tells him not to, Carlos takes the drink anyway, in hoping that he becomes more friends with the party people. Callista really destroyed her life with drinking and drugs. She didn't realize this, but this also affected her sister's life. We interviewed her sister about her drug addiction, but she didn't want to be on camera for this. Callista changed starting high school. I noticed that she went out a lot more and we weren't as close as we used to be. She started having a lot of mood swings and being extremely rude to our parents, and because of the people she hung out with. Then one day we noticed all these drugs in her room and we knew why she was hurting the people around her that she loved. Now, after too many drinks, Carlo passes out on the floor of the party. When Carlos wakes up, he doesn't feel too good and decides that he needs to leave. Some people notice that Carlos isn't in any shape to leave or drive, but they aren't in any way either to stop him. Now Carlos is leaving the party over the alcohol consumption limit to drive and not only endangering himself, but other people around him. Out of control, Carlos gets into his car. You might not notice it then, but someone really gets hurt. Carlos, while drinking and driving, runs over Felipe, the good influence. This was the end of Felipe's life. This was all a wake-up call for Callista. After she heard what her sister had to say about her and what happened to Felipe and Carlos, this is what she needed to start changing her life around. And with this, she started to read the Bible. She found a very important saying about alcohol consumption. And alcohol consumption in moderation is in fact not immoral. But we should avoid the abuse of alcohol just as we should avoid the abuse of any food, drug, or other substance. The virtue of temperance disposes us to avoid every kind of excess, the abuse of food, alcohol, tobacco, or medicine.
As a good influence, I found out that it doesn't matter if you're a good or a bad influence, drugs and alcohol can affect anyone.
I learned that it's not all about being popular, it's about following the right path. And
What I learned from the video is that it's important to choose your choices wisely, because one mistake can not only affect your life forever, but it can affect someone's life.
I learned that you should be cautious of your health and don't peer pressure others to do what they don't want to do.
I learned that those few moments we spend at parties doing drugs or getting drunk simply because we want to or we were pressured into doing so is not worth it. It's not worth the grief you can potentially give your family if you are, heaven forbid, into a car accident. It's not worth if you kill someone else, someone innocent, and then you cause somebody else's family grief. It's not worth your life, really. So.